Welcome back, everyone. It's John, Wade Boggs fan. Well, before I get into today's video, I wanted to thank everyone for their supportive comments on my previous video on my New Year's resolutions and goals for both my channel and my baseball card collection. So I really appreciate that, but I did forget two goals. As I was looking through the list and stuff like that, I realized that I forgot to put two on there. One of them is earlier this year, I started working on a 1978 complete set, or that's my goal. I'm only like 150 cards in or so, really small progress, but looking forward to working on more of that. I'm not going to try to set a goal of completing it by the end of this year, but just to put a hand set together of my favorite set. It's the one that started it all off for me, 1978 Topps. So we'll see how far I get, but I do want to make some progress on that. So that was the one thing I missed. The second thing that I missed relates to my Boggs collection. And for the longest time, my goal was to try to have at least 75% of the Boggs cards made, not including one of ones. So factoring out one of ones to try to get at least 75% of all the cards made. And up until the last year or two, I was maintaining that 75%. But geez, over the last, it just seems like 2 years, with all the low serial numbered cards that were made and stuff, and all the anyway, the craziness. I'm down to around 73%, and I don't see an ability to try to get back up to. It may not sound like much going from 73 to 75%, but we're talking about maybe 100, 150 cards making up that difference. So I have a new target. So what I did within my checklist is I found the cards that have a serial number of 10 or higher. So I discounted all the one of ones, and I discounted all the ones that have a serial number of basically less than 10, and found what that population is, what I currently have, and so on. And I'm just over 80%. So I have just over 80% of non-serial numbered, or if they are serial numbered, it's 10 or more of all the Boggs cards that are out there that I'm aware of. So that would be, I think, a better target to go after, especially with some of these sets that, when they're high-end sets, and with such low serial numbers on some of these. I know Panini loves to put out multiple parallels that are out of 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Like and I'm not able to go after them. So those are my two additions. And if you haven't seen the video where I have my New Year's resolutions and goals, I will put a link to that video in the description of this video. All right, enough introduction. This video is my first mail day video of the year, and it has a little bit of a mixture. It has some Wade Boggs stuff. One of them is game used. One of them is serial numbered, a little bit of shine, something for everyone. And there's a few vintage cards that I got in a mixture of years in that as well. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let's check out the first mail day of 2021. All right, as usual, we will start off with the Wade Boggs cards I picked up. Now here's the 2020 Stadium Club Chrome. I did have this base, but this was a sort of a combo auction that included the base and the refractor. So didn't have the refractor, so I don't mind having two of the base, but has a nice shine to it. I missed out on the orange refractor the other day on eBay, so we'll see if I can manage to pick one of them up, but nice refractor action there. And this is from 2005, Absolute Memorabilia. Again, a mammoth of a set in terms of the different insert sets and parallels, but this is the team 6 of the Red Sox. It's the single swatch version, and it has a jersey piece of David Ortiz, Roger Clemens, Noma, game used bat, and then on the other side we got Wade Boggs, Ricky Henderson, and Jason Varitek, and it's out of 150. This is the base. There's I think either a 100, serial numbered out of 100, or maybe out of 50. Has a little bit of a foil shine to it. They call them a spectrum, I think. But yeah, even this base one out of 150 is hard to find sometimes, or find at a decent price. So this is one I was missing and was able to pick up. And now for some more shine, 2020 Topps Allen and Ginter Chrome. I picked up the refractor version. Got some nice shine going on there. And I picked up the green refractor. Now, believe it or not, the green doesn't really shine as much as the regular refractor, but this one is serial numbered 299. There we go. There's an orange refractor, and I want to say possibly a red refractor. Tried going after the orange refractor a couple times. That's out of 25. Oh, there's a gold. There's a gold out of 50, which I don't have yet, and the orange out of 25, and I think it jumps to a super refractor or something. So still need the gold and the orange on that. All right, that's it for the Boggs pickups. Now for the vintage cards. Still working my way through the 1978 Topps. And this one is a league leaders card of home run leaders. You got George Foster from the National League and Hall of Famer Jim Rice of the Red Sox for the American League. Nicely centered PSA 8. And here's the back to it. Nice as well. See that George Foster hit 52 in 1977, and Jim Rice topped Bobby Bonds by 2 home runs to finish with 39 to take the title. So I like these league leaders. You can see who else was in the running for certain statistical leaders, in this case home run leaders. You got Greg Luzinski, Mike Schmidt, Johnny Bench, Dusty Baker, Gary Carter in the National League. You got Bobby Bonds, Reggie Jackson. Not too many other well-known names. There's some, George Scott, Craig Nettles. I keep saying Craig Nettles. It is Greg Nettles, that big famous error from 1981 Flair. Anyway, nice 78 Topps there. Then we have 3 from 1980. The first one is a Gary Carter in an 8. Love that pose. Looks like he just tagged someone out there at home plate. Pretty well centered for an 8. It's not perfect, or if it was, it would have been a 9. But overall, nice example. Left to right's pretty good. Top to bottom is, I think, a little bit more off center, but still a pleasing looking copy for me. And that's the theme here with the two other 1980 cards. The next one is Tom Seaver in an 8. Again, overall, eye-pleasing enough for me on the centering. Again, the 9s are just, I don't need a 9 in this, and they're a little bit obviously more expensive. So this is a nice copy, and what was nice is this one, and the next one I'm going to show were all the same seller, so I saved on shipping. So good deal all around. And this one's pretty good, maybe a little bit tight on the right border there, but again, I don't worry too much about the backs, the centering on the back. So you see down here, he's 4th on the all-time strikeout list back in as of 1980 there. Tom Terrific. All right, and the last one, my man Carl Yastrzemski. Again, there's a pattern to these cards. Left to right is okay, maybe a little bit more border on the left of all 3 of these. They're almost the same, and the bottoms as well, but all from the same seller. So really nice looking Carl Yastrzemski. I had thoughts of trying to get a 9 in this just to have a 9 because it's Carl Yastrzemski, but I can use my money on other things. An 8 is still collector grade in my opinion. Nice looking copy, and I got it for a good price. Again, the right side of that border is, you know, a little bit thin, but doesn't bother me. So there we go, some nice 80s pickups, and again, continuing, I'm getting there. I think I may be around 12 cards away from completing all the Hall of Famers from 1978. So I'm the closest of all the years so far. Then that's probably followed by 79. Then I made some good progress here on 80. I don't have too many 77s and so on. So, yep, there you have it. The first mail day of 2021. So let's end this video with some trivia. Now, the trivia question from last video was admittedly, it was hard. It was a hard one. I wouldn't have gotten the answer. But there were two, I believe. One that just commented maybe a couple hours ago, 2-3 hours ago on the video and got it right. And then there's another one who got it right. But here's the question. Rickey Henderson holds the modern era record post 1990 for steals in a season with 130 in 1982. Which player had the fewest steals when leading his league, and of course not including last year, 2020, because it was a shortened season? And the answer is Dom DiMaggio. He had 15 stolen bases for the 1950 Red Sox, yet led the league in stolen bases with just 15. Don't know what was going on in 1950, but I guess no one liked to steal bases. I don't know, but yep, led the league with just 15. All right, the new trivia question for this video, and this is in honor of the recent passing of yet another Hall of Famer, Phil Niekro. And the question is, Phil Niekro reached the 300 inning mark 4 times in his career. Now, I don't know where that ranks in the all-time list or whatever, but he reached that 4 times in his career. Who is the most recent pitcher to throw at least 300 innings in a season? And you know, it can't be give you a hint, it can't be the last couple years, because you know how these pitchers are in the rotations. They're lucky to get 6 innings in a game. But who is the last pitcher to throw at least 300 innings in a season? And of course, I'll have the answer in my next video. That's all I have, guys. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.